Okay, so here we are. More Pokemon Too Many Typings. I am trying to see there is the pause button. Okay, I need to prepare that just in case. However, today this is the first gym battle video, and currently this is pre-recorded. This is where I find out this is gonna be a dance type video or dance type gym, and so I had to prepare that for what I'm going to say today. I vaguely know that what the title is going to be, and it's just a sort of a anecdotal thing I've noticed with the seating arrangements people have, and how I'm often, I guess I can say, unlucky. But I could, I think, based on the JoJo Part 6 stand, if I remember, it's something like feng shui, I think. I don't want to like Google that at this moment because I'm recording this. But essentially, it's just positional luck. And so what I've realized is I normally sit near the front of the class. That's because I was just taught that sitting at the front is the best. You get you get to see the lecture slides easier. The professor gets to see your face, and just you just like the kids at the back are at the back because they don't want to pay attention. But if you're at the front, you do pay attention. So if people are going to get punished, it's going to be the kids in the back. But that's what I've been taught, kind of what I've seen really. And what that usually means is there's just less kids near the front, except that it still doesn't matter because it's not like I'm choosing the bad front seat, or maybe I'm choosing a front seat that occupies too much space so that other groups of people don't want to sit next to me. That's really what this is, that people don't want to sit next to me and I don't know what to do. And like, I understand if like a group of friends want to sit next to their friends, so they choose to like sit not next to me because I don't have friends at my classes. I just don't talk to people. However, that doesn't mean I'm insociable. Is that a word? I don't know. Yeah, for some reason I make a big blunder for these gym trainers because I think birds are strong against cat, which is, I don't think is the case because the common thing is that like cats, eat birds. But I guess I think I overlooked the cat typing Yoker had because I just thought about the grass type of it, even though I'm pretty, I definitely outspeed. And then I make another revelation soon, or yeah, soon enough, in a battle or so. But we'll get to that when I get to that. But when it comes to, I also don't want to say because I think taking pauses is more controlling. Peekaboo, nice, awesome, big damage. And then what was it on? Yes, no one's really sitting next to me, but that's not always the case because when there are rooms and there are like a small classroom that's at max capacity. So what I'm going to talk about is this specific case, and this specific case is actually what made me want to make this video. And it is a 16-person classroom lab in which there are essentially, it's 2 long tables that fit 4 people on each row. And so ideally it's grouped so that 2 people the person that is sitting across from you to the next of you, and the person like diagonally from you, or that's like one group of 4, and then you just do that times 4, and that's your your fourth group of 4s for the 16 people. And so the first lab activity we did was we had to analyze specimens, and I'm in a group of 4, and I like in the the imaginary square that there is. And then so there's like a specimen behind each group, so we just turn around. But I guess, my bad, I am sitting. So imagine there is a square, and for the sake of better understanding, the top left of the square, the top left, top right, and bottom left of the square is one friend group, and I'm sitting on the bottom right. And then to the square next to me, the bottom left of that square is associated with the friend group in my group. However, I didn't know that. And I also think I'm very certain they came at different times. So what happens is, when we all get sent away in our groups, the group of 3 that I'm with just like kind of, I don't want to say ignores me, because quite frankly, I don't make a presence to be ignored from, if that makes sense. So you can't really ignore someone who doesn't try to get your attention. And then, so that the fourth person from the other group kind of just like pseudo cuts me from my group, and then I'm just stuck here with no group, and then everyone else has their own group. And so that just like I just lose. Like, there's nothing I could have done. I didn't know that me sitting where I was going to sit would cut me from my own team. And then I can also just talk about just in previous classes, when there is the max number of seats are not occupied, but there is still a lot of people in the class. So I'm sitting at the front, and then there is very clearly a seat next to me that people are just simply not choosing. And is it my fault for sitting there? And then I realized that it just can't just be me. And then there's like, there are obviously lectures in which the professor does not take attendance, and there are students who don't go to those lectures after like the first 2 weeks because they realize I can just skip. I am not one of those students, and so I find a seat on the edge of a column. Like, it's like essentially, like, think about like an auditorium, how there's separate sections of tables seatings. And how long is this gonna be? And what was I thinking? Just like there's like group A, well, group 1, group 2, group 3, essentially was what it is. And then what I'm sitting in, like, one of the edge seats in group 2, and it's the row H, or column H, however you want to say it. And then for multiple sessions of that class, I'm the only person in that row. And it's not like a bad row. I think it's like a pretty decent row, because it's like kind of the room is kind of set up like a movie theater, and so you just have one giant like projector screen. And so like from where I'm sitting, you don't have to look too up to see the exercise. It's kind of like eye level. So I think I have a pretty good row. And then even then, like the row behind me has like 4 or 5 people sitting there. And these are long rows, but like one guy sitting there compared to 5 people is a lot. There's 5 times as much people in the other row. And then like obviously like, I'm not gonna like when there was a lot of space for row, so like I'm not gonna sit right next to a person if I don't have to. I'm gonna probably like give them two like empty chairs space, but to have the entire row to myself is insane. Anyway, I think that's necessarily like just what do I have to do to not be like ostracized? Cause they can't just like from afar. I'm not like a disgusting roach gremlin that's unapproachable. Had someone approached me prior to that moment? I don't know, to like ask for paper, maybe ask for notes. Oh yeah, there was this time when like I guess a group of friends that were girls wanted to sit next to each other, and so that would like the way they were seated is that I was on my chair and then they were all right next to me, and then the girl openly says she doesn't like men, or like she thinks men are bad, and then it just puts me like that puts me in like a weird awkward situation because like what am I like, okay, screw me, I guess. I've never talked to her, but I guess she just hates men. And then but like 10 minutes later she misses part of like a part of what the lecturer, like the professor, was saying, and so she asked me specifically what was said because she thought that I was taking good notes because I take good notes because that's what I do. And then just like, okay, I guess she doesn't hate men as much as she says she does. Nah, I don't know. But okay, finally at the gym leader now. I forgot. I think Pikachu, a friend, has been crazy after he evolved. I could not be more proud of friend. Like he's just so good. Like the reason behind friend as a nickname is just simply because it's like I like Pichu, and I like Pichu. So I didn't necessarily. I started to like Pichu after I made him in Smash Ultimate. He was so fun when like the first month came out before he was nerfed and then eventually basically removed from the game. But until that point, he was hilarious. He was so fun to use, and so from that point, I earned a genuine respect for Pichu. And so for any point in the games, I really like Pichu, and I don't know why I get very, I don't want to say it's unlucky, but I've noticed that I like the pre-evolutions of many Pokemon more than the evolutions. My favorite Pokemon being Barnyard. I'm not like the biggest Bisharp or King Gambit guy. I've only used King Gambit once, and that was in my Pokemon Scarlet and Violet playthrough. And it's like he's not very. I need to use him more to see if I really like him. But then like I really like Barnyard, and I really like Pichu. But it just like I just like, I don't know. Okay, I lost my train of thought because I think someone was going to enter my room, but they didn't, so I was quiet. And then now I'm just gonna be talking again, talking about Pichu, friend. I'm talking about. I can't really see the typings. I'm sorry. This is like the first gym leader, and they only have 3 moves. Come on. I guess it is a quicker tune. But so right now, I think I'm just scared that whatever move I choose isn't gonna kill, or they're gonna kill me. But yeah, gamer type seems so good. It seems like it's just super effective against so many typings. So having a gamer type move really seems to be necessary. And I guess I can also talk about this, my team. At this moment, there was Floette, Floette, Geodude, Sprigatito, Pikachu, Panda Mouse, and someone else. Let's see, can I name it based on nicknames? Haru, Yoker, Friend. This will be Mifune in a few videos. Who else? Ponzi, and someone else. I'm thinking someone I go into, someone who I go into. I don't know. I'm a bad trainer. I'm evil. Did I say Bochi? I don't think I said Bochi. Gen 5 was so cool making this like the special and last Pokemon phase team, whatever it's called, like the Ace Trainer. Very simple name. I'm overthinking things. Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember using Tandemaus a bit in my original Scarlet playthrough. I don't think I ever got it to evolve. I also don't like how Scarlet Invited. I've been thinking about replaying Scarlet Invited. Okay, yep, bye. My bad. Should have known that the. I think ugly is it's like kind of like baby, where it just makes things super effective on you for some reason. Or it's maybe boring is that when like having 3 typings makes it very hard to know what typing it is that's super effective, or if it's only a 2 times effective. I guess Round doing that much damage makes it believe that it's probably at least 2 times effective, but how am I supposed to know between boring, ugly, and rock? Which is super effective. And again, Friend, carrying, just guaranteed paralysis over there. And I know that Yoker is going to be able to carry it out. And I don't go for Cat Scratch here. I know that because I can just miss. I don't think it matters because it was paralysis, and the next thing from probably just kill. But Yoker goes to level 16. The rest of the team gets an XP shifting. And we beat Winona. Like 2 deaths, but I'm not doing a Nuzlocke, so it's actually just like, you know, I want to do as little casualties as possible. And Yoker is evolving into Floragato, which is very nice. Very, very nice. I'm forgetting something. What was I saying? Well, look forward to the next video, because that I will be talking about the restoration of my faith in humanity. What I did different between losing my faith in humanity and gaining my faith in humanity was nothing. So I'm still just confused. Maybe I've just been very unlucky for the longest time. However, that's neither here or there. Dokkan is revealing its anniversary at Lars that's probably been leaked by that one guy, probably the French guy. I think he was French. But whatever, we get Winona's Jimmy the dex name, number, digits. And with that, we're making steady progress in Pokemon Too Many Typings. We are done with Fortress City. I can probably talk to the people here now when I'm thinking about it, but I'm not even close to here from where I'm talking about in the future. But with 10 seconds left, I am happy to be ending it here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow next time.